Peppa Pig and the Rescue in the Park.
Today is a very beautiful day. Peppa, Daddy Pig, and Grandpa Pig came to the park for a picnic, and they brought Polly the parrot. Daddy Pig brought his basket of food, while Peppa carried the plaid blanket and Grandpa whistled with Polly Parrot. Then Peppa says,
Hi-yi. Polly is so fun.
Yes. But we need to take good care of it. A parrot needs a lot of attention, even more so when you're not very used to being free in places like the park.
And be very careful. Parrots love to fly, and if they escape, they can get lost. And we don't want that to happen to Polly. I don't even know what Grandma would do to me if something happened to her.
Here is perfect. We can eat and play.
Daddy Pig starts arranging the towel on the floor, while Peppa watches some squirrels running through the trees. The afternoon is perfect with very pleasant weather. Suddenly, a loud noise is heard in the background. It's the sound of someone calling desperately. Peppa and Grandpa Pig look on curiously. The disappearance.
Tiddles, where are you? Tiddles?
The person who appears running between the trees is Dr. Hamster, a veterinarian. She looks very worried, looking everywhere. What happened to make her look like this?
Oh. Hello, Dr. Hamster. What was it? Need help.
Oh, Peppa, I'm so worried. My dear Tiddles has disappeared. I know she always does this, but I haven't been able to find it for a while now.
Now, Tiddles. Is Turtle?
Yes, he was sunning himself next to my bag, and when I got distracted, he disappeared.
Tiddles doesn't run away now. She always escapes, but from time to time she appears in high places. Then Peppa says,
Oh no. We need to find him.
Well, turtles don't run very fast, but they are great at hiding.
It's true, Dad. Besides hiding, she likes to carry stuffed bears.
I remember this happening, Peppa.
While everyone is thinking about what to do, Madame Gazelle appears, bringing a small watering can. She notices the commotion and approaches.
What's going on here?
Draw? Hamster lost Tiddles.
That reminds me of a very funny story about my two guinea pigs named Din Din and Brian.
Peppa, who is naturally curious, sat on the lawn to listen to Madame Gazelle's story about Din Din and Brian. She already knows them and knows that they are very active.
What happened to them?
Well, one day I left their cage open while I was cleaning and, poof, they disappeared.
Oh no.
I was very worried, but do you know where I found them? Din Din and Brian were well hidden behind the sofa. They loved playing hide and seek, but despite the scare, they always come back.
Peppa laughs, imagining the little guinea pigs hiding. Polly the parrot also laughs funny.
Hi-yi. This is very funny.
But where is Tiddles?
Daddy Pig looks at the trees around him thoughtfully. Grandpa Pig pokes around in the bushes, trying to find some clues. The pig family is committed to helping Dr. Hamster.
Maybe she found a comfortable corner to rest.
Or maybe he climbed somewhere.
Oh no, he loves climbing trees.
Peppa, Daddy Pig, and Grandpa Pig look up, analyzing the tree branches. In order to find the runaway turtle, will DRA Hamster be able to find Tiddles?
Oh, if so, we have a rescue ahead of us.
Where did Tiddles hide? Will Peppa and her friends find him? Peppa, Daddy Pig, Grandpa Pig, Dr. Hamster, and Madame Gazelle looking around the park. Polly the parrot is on Grandpa Pig's shoulder, watching everything curiously.
Tiddles, where are you?
Oh, I'm so worried. Tiddles is very smart, but sometimes he gets into trouble.
Daddy Pig looks at the ground, picking at some bushes, and he said,
Maybe he's hiding here.
He moves the bushes aside, but finds nothing but a squirrel that runs away. And then it says,
Oh, sorry. Mr. Squirrel.
Peppa laughs, but soon remembers the problem and continues looking, because she wants to find Tiddles before she puts herself in danger.
If I were a turtle, where would I hide?
She looks around and sees a small lake with ducklings swimming, and she decides to go there to see if she can find Tiddles. She might be wanting to cool off.
Maybe he's taking a shower.
They run to the lake. The ducklings swam happily, but Tiddles wasn't there. This time, Peppa had a good idea of a place to look for the turtle, but it wasn't there.
If it's not on the ground or in the water, maybe it's high up.
The meeting, everyone looks up. The trees are tall and full of leaves. Suddenly, a small noise is heard, and Dr. Hamster says,
Oh, I heard something.
Me too.
There? Something moved on that branch. She's up there.
Oh, Tiddles, how did you climb so high?
Well, now we need to figure out how to bring him back.
They start thinking of ways to catch Tiddles. Grandpa Pig grabs a stick and tries to get the turtle's attention, who doesn't seem very interested in playing.
Come. Tiddles, look at this fun stick for you.
Hi. I don't think he wants to play now, Grandpa.
Madame Gazela tries a different idea. She grabs a handful of green leaves. Will it work now?
Maybe he'll come down to eat those fresh green leaves.
She shakes the leaves, but Tiddles remains motionless. It seems that the turtle isn't much for games or food today.
Oh, he must be afraid to come down.
Daddy Pig thinks for a moment and taps his forehead, coming up with an idea.
I already know. I'll climb the tree and get it.
Daddy Pig tries to climb the tree trunk, but slips and falls to the ground with a whoosh.
Hi. Dad, I don't think you're very good at climbing trees.
I don't think so.
They continue thinking until Polly the parrot starts flying circles around Tiddles.
Well, now, Polly wants to help.
Polly flies up to the branch and starts making sounds with Tiddles. It looks like the two are talking. Suddenly she says,
Get down from there now. Get down from there now.
Tiddles looks at Polly and blinks, as if understanding.
I think Polly is convincing him.
Tiddles starts to move. Slowly, he puts one paw forward and then another. He starts to climb down the tree trunk.
Oh, wonderful. Polly saved Tiddles.
Everyone watches carefully. Tiddles finally reaches the ground, and Dr. Hamster runs to pick her up.
Oh, Tiddles, you scared me.
Tiddles looks happy, slowly moving his paws. Peppa looks at Tiddles and then at Polly, who are still flying happily. Peppa then says,
Taking care of a pet is not easy, is it?
That's right. Peppa, they need attention all the time.
And if they escape, they could get into big trouble.
Good thing Polly helped with the rescue.
Polly flaps her wings, proud, because it helped Dr. Hamster get Tiddles back. And he says,
Heroine. Heroine.
Everyone laughs. Peppa smiles at Dr. Hamster.
I think we learned an important lesson today.
Today was a day full of adventures. Peppa and her friends learned that taking care of a pet requires responsibility. Madame Gazelle smiles and says,
And, with friends around, we always find a solution.
Everyone agrees with a big yes as Tiddles yawns and snuggles into Dr. Hamster's arms.
I think someone is ready for a good nap.
This was the most fun rescue ever.
Then Grandpa Pig scratches his head, and it says,
Well, at least until Tiddles climbs another tree.
They look at the turtle, who blinks slowly.
Tiddles, no more climbing for today. Okay?
The strong wind. The park is quiet after Tiddles' rescue. Dr. Hamster is holding the turtle lovingly, while everyone smiles happily. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blows, and Daddy Pig says,
Oh, Wigale.
Grandpa Pig holds his hat, and Peppa laughs as the wind blows his hat and almost knocks it off.
Hi. It's very windy.
Suddenly, Polly the parrot flaps his wings to balance on Grandpa Pig's shoulder, but a draft propels him upwards.
Oh no, Polly.
Everyone looks on in fear as Polly climbs higher and higher into the sky, being carried by the wind.
Now it's Polly who's in danger.
Peppa watches Polly being carried by the wind, flying in circles without being able to come down.
We have to help her.
But how? Polly can fly, but she's out of control.
Grandpa Pig squints and thinks quickly, in a way to bring Polly back. And it says,
We need to get Polly back.
But Polly is too far away to hear us.
Peppa looks at Dr. Hamster, who still holds Tiddles. Suddenly, a brilliant idea pops into your mind.
I already know. Let's do like Polly did with Tiddles.
What do you mean? Pep,
Let's call Polly the same thing she called Tiddles.
Grandpa Pig smiles and nods, approving the idea, and it says,
Good idea. Peppa,
everyone takes a deep breath and starts calling Polly to come back as soon as possible.
Polly, come back now. Polly, come back now.
She hears the calls and looks down. Trying to flap the wings against the wind, Polly begins to fly in smaller circles, descending little by little.
It's working.
Dr. Hamster smiles, holding Tiddles in her lap. Everyone is happy that Polly will return to Grandpa's shoulder safely.
Let's continue.
Polly struggles and finally manages to glide down, landing in Grandpa Pig's arms, who speaks with joy.
Oh, Polly, you did it.
Hi. Polly is a hero again.
Everyone laughs happily while Polly flaps her wings happily. With Polly and Tiddles safe, everyone breathes a sigh of relief. Daddy Pig puts his hands on his hips and smiles.
I think we learned something very important today.
Yes. That taking care of a pet is not just about playing with it, but also about protecting it.
Dr. Hamster agrees, petting Tiddles.
That's right. Peppa, pets can get into trouble if we're not careful.
And most importantly, working as a team always helps to solve problems.
Grandpa Pig pets Polly, who looks very proud of herself.
And Polly learned that sometimes even those who know how to fly can need help.
Polly flaps her wings and smiles. Everyone bursts into laughter. Today was a day full of adventures. Peppa and her friends learned that taking care of a pet is a big responsibility. Madame Gazela smiles and says,
And that, together, we can always find a solution.
everyone agrees excitedly, while Polly shakes her feathers, still excited about her adventure in the air.
I think Polly enjoyed this extreme flight.
Says Daddy Pig. Laughing, Polly flaps her wings and replies.
Radical. Radical.
Everyone bursts into laughter. Grandpa Pig adjusts his hat and says,
But enough adventures for today. Right. Tiddles?
Tiddles blinks slowly and yawns. Peppa smiles.
It was an incredible day.
And full of learning.
Just today we had to rescue 2 animals, Tiddles and Polly.
That's right, Peppa. But they're safe now.
The last advice, the sun begins to set over the park, painting the sky in orange and pink tones. Everyone is gathered around Dr. Hamster, who holds Tiddles affectionately.
Well done. Friends, today we learned that our pets need a lot of care to stay safe.
Peppa pets Polly, who is perched on Grandpa Pig's arm.
Yes. I thought Polly could always take care of herself, but she needed help too.
Even the smartest people can get into trouble from time to time.
And when that happens, working together makes all the difference.
I think we should celebrate this special day.
Grandpa Pig opens his picnic basket and reveals a surprise. Fresh fruit and cookies for everyone.
What do you think of a snack to end this incredible day?
Wow.
While everyone eats, Dr. Hamster gives one last piece of advice.
If anyone wants to have a pet, remember that it needs love, patience, and lots of care.
Peppa reflects for a moment, then looks at Polly and Tiddles fondly.
I want to have a pet one day, and I promise to take great care of it.
That's great. Peppa, a happy pet is a well-cared-for pet.
As everyone finishes eating, Polly Pig starts repeating the phrases she heard throughout the day.
Tiddles, vote me. Polly, vote me.
Everyone laughs, but suddenly, Tiddles, the turtle, lets out a small meow very quietly.
Ah? Did Tiddles speak?
Everyone looks at Tiddles in amazement, who yawns and closes his eyes. After all this adventure, she was definitely very tired.
I think it was just a coincidence.
I don't know.
Everyone bursts into laughter as the sun completely sets, bringing a cozy end to the day. Today was a day full of learning for Peppa and her friends. They discovered that caring for a pet is more than just playing with them. It's making sure they are safe and happy. And you? Have you ever thought about what to do to take good care of a pet?
Take good care of your pets. They are part of the family.
Polly, come back now.
Everyone laughs again and falls to the floor. And take the time. After all, it's time to go home, and the best thing is that the animals are safe and everyone learned a great lesson today. We must always keep the animals safe so that they don't end up in trouble. If you enjoy Peppa's incredible universe, you know you're in the right place. So, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next videos. Okay, we're leaving 2 really cool videos for you to explore a little more of Peppa's world with us. Until later,